Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. So since last time, the conquest tally has switched, and my boy Bastok is in first again. The work I did in Sky, and whoever else was working in Sky, we took Sky back, and someone else went around and just absolutely gave Sandioria the business. And that was cool. But now it has put Sandioria in second and Windurstian in third. And as I said before, the nation missions, or Wings to the Goddess, would come next. And, well, when a nation is in last place, switching to it costs very little money. And so, let's see how fast we can get through the other nation missions by changing allegiance, so we can go back to being Bastok forever. We will have to seal away some of your memories as an international security measure. Those memories will be unsealed should you change your allegiance back to your former country. Incidentally, if this is your first time changing your allegiance, you will have to start over from rank 1 in your new nation. Your rank in your former nation is still kept, so if you change your allegiance back, you will return to your previous rank. In addition, you will retain your current conquest points, as well as any records of your expeditionary force quests. Oh, and you will be required to pay a processing fee of 4,000 gil along with your applications for transfer. Do you still wish to change your allegiance? Yes. I am obligated to ask you again. Are you sure you want to go through with this? Yeah, I got story content to show off, bro. And the reason I chose Windurst first is one, it's in last place, and if you try to switch to a nation that's in first place, it costs 50,000. Second place is 12,000. Last place is 4,000. The idea being to try to incentivize people, like, to, I guess, like, who are active in the conquest to switch easier so that they fuck up the, that they bring that nation back up in the standing and whatnot. But you can see there, he cast a sleep spell on us, so we're having our memories wiped. And oh, it's just like the intro cutscene. The Federation of Windurst, an ancient capital nurtured by the boughs of a great tree, blessed by magical waters, and protected by the moon and stars. But is it a place where dreams are made? There is a legend in this country, in a time forgotten, a people forced to wander by starvation and... I missed it. When that star returned to the heavens, it sent to the earth a spiritual medium, the first Star Sibyl, who was a fucking moron, and is still a fucking moron, and I hate the Star Sibyl. With each passing eon, the people came to excel at magic more and more, giving Windurst far greater wisdom and power. 5 ministries, each specializing in a school of knowledge, became politically influential institutions. This elevated Windurst to become a city of academics. No wonder I don't like Windurst. Academia can go fuck itself. In recent years, new bonds were made with the roaming tribes of Mithra, causing Windurst to become even bigger than before. But the people's wish remains unchanged, lasting peace, eternal tranquility under the watch of the far-off stars. Sounds kinda gay if you ask me. And now a new star of hope has been born to this earth. Also, that's gay as in lame. What is about to begin is an enduring tale woven by the stars, or something or other. Gotta tell you, it's way less interesting than the Galka. Oh hey look, it's the cat burglar. She's probably wondering why we're a fucking amnesiac all of a sudden. What's up with you? Why are you standing there in a daze? You call yourself an adventurer? I guess if one stretches her imagination enough, you could almost look like one. But did they wipe your memory too, bitch? Let me take a stab in the dark and guess that this is your first time in Windurst? No. Good try, but if you're going to deceive people, you should at least learn how to lie properly. Where are you heading? What brings you to town? I guess gather information. I'm trying to get rank ups. Monster Patrol, why not? The Taru of Windurst like to keep the peace and are trying to be friends with the Yagudo. So they're pansies, in other words. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm rich. Hold it right there! Great, Taru children. Not amigo, you're up to your old tricks of duping travelers out of their hard-earned gil, aren't you? We, the Star Onion Brigade, won't let you get away with it. Grr, not those SOBs again. That hit me in the funny bone way harder than it had any right to. I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kid. A Scooby-Doo reference too. Oh. Well, as you can see, Windurst doesn't take itself too seriously. It's full of slutty cats and funny midgets. That Mithra is a really bad Mithra we call the Cat Burglar. If you need wheel help, head towards the fountain. Jack of Spades is on guard around there. He will teach you all you need to know. Check the map to find the way there. Jack looks a bit scary, but I promise he's the nicest guardian you'll ever meet. Oh, and give Jack dish. You can give it to him by using the main menu's trade option. Nice fourth wall break there, jackass. I've marked his location on your map for you. Select map from the main menu and choose markers and scroll to the right. Oh, we forgot to introduce ourselves. We're the Star Onion Brigade. We are the protectors of a brighter tomorrow. It'll pay you to remember us. Huh. If he was like a toddler when this game came out, I guess he would be like in his early 20s. We literally just got Uwu speaked by a Zoomer. Oh my god, Final Fantasy XI was ahead of its time. Jesus Christ. Oh man. This is some much needed and unexpected laughter. Alright, Jack Spades. Allow me to assist you if you are lost. What can Jack do for you? Quest and missions, eh? I'm not gonna read his shit. Nothing for now. Okay, so even though they set that up to basically be like you just started the game all fresh and shit, you obviously aren't given the new adventurers like 50 gil ticket. I guess Jack of Spades would be your 50 gil ticket guy or whatever. But let's see. We're Windurstian now. Yay! And we're rank 1 again. So let's see how fast we can actually go through this nonsense. I'm sorry for burping. No, I'll... So I still have a 12-hour signet from Bastock, and I wonder if I still get conquest points for Windurst, despite the fact that that was cast on me by a Bastock gate guard. I don't know who I need to talk to start missions. Oh, that's a Void Watch purveyor. No, shut up. No, cut it out. I'm not high enough to do Void Watch yet. Okay. You're trying your best. Fantastic. No. Is it one of the Mithras I gotta talk to? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. That's what I'm here for. I would like to get through the missions as fast as possible so I can go back to being best token. Yeah, okay. Let your boobs do the talking. Okay. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, I know how this all works. I'm rank 10 in Bastock, please. Please, for the love of God. Although her thighs could fucking crush my head like a melon. A mission, huh? Forest area and the port area is kind of looking for someone to help them with a magic experiment to be conducted at the Horototo Ruins. Why do I get the feeling we're going to be going to the Horototo Ruins every time the Windurst missions want us to do something? Go to the Windurstian. Your country is counting on you. Meow, 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 meow. Well, we don't even have to walk there. We can just teleport, because we're awesome. They said the port, right? So the Windurstian is right there, basically. Hey, that's where we got the Black Halo weapon skill. We're gonna walk in there and they're gonna be like, this jackass guy's memory wiped. I guess I should look up the Windurst mission list now so we can get through this as fast as possible. I'll probably be doing a lot less reading unless I think it's actually interesting, or if I want to cuss out the Star Civil. Also, fun fact, the original Calm Wind was Windurstian only. He never switched his nation. He was Windurst, do or die Windurstian, even though he was a Hume. It's just his favorite city. I think his rationale was it reminded him of Japan or something, or it was like supposed to be the Japanese nation. There was like this thing, like Bastok is America, San Dioria is Europe, and Windurst is Japan, or something like that. Okay, so speak to Haku Rinkuru. Okay, which that guy. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. What are you doing loitering around here all willy-nilly? This is a training ground for, if you're not careful, you get fried to a crisp, or worse. Dude, I fight sky gods and get fried to a crisp all the time. Shut the fuck up. Sure did. Okay, so magic experiment, blah blah blah. Minister headed off hours ago. Sigh, we can never keep track of our ministers because we're fucking Windurst. Uh-huh. Magic towers in eastern Saruta Baruta. Also, fun fact, the very first character I ever made in Final Fantasy XI was a Taru from Windurst that started as a red mage, but then I quickly wanted to level black mage because red mage didn't get enough spells quickly enough that I thought were good, because, you know, the game doesn't tell you what stuff does, right? It just my brain doesn't work. Okay, is that the survival guide over there? Because if it is, I'm gonna take it straight to the Horototo ruins. But, unless I don't have the Horototo ruins yet on the survival guide, which that'll be kind of awkward, but you know what? Actually, let's just use the home point crystal to go back to Windurst Woods and walk out the way we're supposed to. I have not spent like any time in this Let's Play in Saruta Baruta. Like, I think I went through like Western Saruta Baruta like once or twice. I know I've shown off the Rangi Canyon, but like the areas around Windurst, I don't really go to that often. There's hardly any reason to go over there if you're not from there, so this is kind of how it is. I mean, I guess we came to Windurst for all the Fenrir stuff, right? And then also Dynamis Windurst. But, you know, that doesn't take you outside the city, really. Let's not use our mount either. Even though I'm trying to go fast, you might as well get to hear some nostalgic Saruta Baruta music. This was the first zone music I ever heard in Final Fantasy XI. Even though I love Bastok the most, this was the first area I actually started in. I went running very far and wondered why the monsters suddenly became super strong. And day one of Final Fantasy XI was me trying to kill a crawler on a mage, but I misunderstood the power of Red Mage back then. See, the default spell they give you on Red Mage is Dia. You get you start with like a bronze sword and a scroll of Dia or whatever. And it's like, you can get stone and cure by like level, like level 6 or something? Maybe level 4. I don't remember exactly. But either way, by the time you get access to magic, you know, you're just wondering, hey, wait a minute, you know, like, what's my purpose, right? Like, my sword seems to do more damage than stone does. You know, you don't understand that you need elemental magic skill and you need intelligence and you have to gear differently for, you know, your different avenues of attack. So then I switched over to Black Mage in my Moogle house. I was like, hey, I get access to more magic sooner, so I'll play Black Mage. And I bought like a Scroll of Water, and I found a Scroll of Bind. And I thought to myself, you know, I could just bind the monster, and then I'll nuke it really quick with water, then stone, and then I'll bind it again. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, the recast time on bind is really long. Holy shit. Oh, bind failed. Oh, it's beating my face in. Being a mage sucks. Yeah, my very first character was a little blue-haired Tarutaru that I named Artia. Okay. Well, I'm gonna wander in anyway. Okay. I don't know if this is the right... Now, this is outer Hirototo ruins. We want inner Hirototo ruins. But they look the same, same, and they're part of the same ruins. But yeah, I went with a Lufia reference. Lufia and Lufia 2. I named my very first Tarutaru Artia. And I got him high enough on Red Mage. I think he was like level 7 Red Mage. And I soloed on Black Mage. And I got over level 10, I remember. And I went to Western Saruta Baruta because I thought maybe the monsters there would be stronger and give me more EXP. And they did not. And even though they did not, I still managed to die. And down level. And that first D level that I ever got in Final Fantasy XI was so impactful on me that I swore off of trying to play mages. I just said, mages are for other people, I'm going to be a warrior. And then my next character was a brown-haired Tarutaru on a different server. My very first server I started on was the Fairy server, which I don't think exists anymore. And the second time I made a character, it was on the Ashura server. And I was supposed to be waiting for my brother to set up his account because he moved away from home, moved out to Texas, and like he wanted to use this game as a way to stay in contact. So like, and I'm sure I've said this before, like way earlier in the Let's Play, but I was supposed to be waiting for him, and I didn't. I just made another Tarutaru, and this time the server it gave me was Ashura. So I wound up on Ashura, and then I met people who power leveled me. And by the time he got his account set up, I had a Tarutaru that was in the level 20s. And then, but I said, you know, hey, whatever, get me a golden world pass, and I'll start a second character on your server, and whichever character you know I enjoy more, and I'll try out one of the other races. So I made an Elven on his server, which was Titan. He was on Titan server. And, the Minister of the Oristary is in there. To get to him, you need to check the walls very carefully. Okay, I guess this is my first rodeo. Got a memory wipe. I don't know how to use any of this gear I'm wearing. Ugh. I'm just a total newbie. But yeah, he had his first character was this Mithra named Tuon. And our different schedules, like I was in school still. I was just started high school. I was like in my second year of high school or something like that. I'm pretty sure it was my first year of high school. But our different schedules, so where do we gotta go here? Inner Hirototo Ruins. Go down the stairs, run to the other side, and look for the cracked wall around H9. Okay, sure thing. So I wound up wanting to play my character on Ashura a lot more than my character on Titan, but I did play on Titan enough to play, and I got to do like a very few EXP parties with my brother. Guys, he got to play a lot more than I did. You know, because he had like no bedtime. He's 9 years older than me, so he was like 23, going on 24, or whatever. And magical gizmo. Is this where we go? You know, living out on his own, and like he had to work, but you know, I had school, and I had school and a bedtime. But everyone else says the same thing, brother. Why oh why won't you listen to what I'm trying to tell you? It's a Pururu. It's my favorite white mage trust. At long last we've achieved peace. Why risk destroying it? Behind your back, you wacky. Some people say that you're setting out to start a war. What's more, you know that this laboratory in the Horototo ruins is off limits? What do they know? And you, Apururu, my own Sistaru. Can't Taru you see the truth behind all of this? Why do you think they all fear war, but won't let the finger-winger to do anything about it? They all say that Windurst has peace and security, but do you really think our country has peace? The wounds the Oristeri received from the war haven't healed, even after 20-odd years. The best of the warlock mages are dying off, unable to train new, younger replacements. Just imagine what would happen if war broke out again. Windurst would be obliterated in an instant. That's why we need some grand new magic. But what about the Star Sibyl? Yes, and what about her? What was the reason she forbade the very magic I seek? If they could have controlled that magic properly, then we wouldn't have to be buddy-buddy with the Beastmen in the first place. Sure, the Spellweaver died, but the magic itself was a great success. Only you, my dear brother, would call such a great tragedy a success. The mastermind of the Millennium met such a tragic fate, so what chance would a faker-waker genius like you stand, Ajito Morojito? Say what are you like? A genius is never accepted by the world in his own time. If you just come here to whinge and whine, then off with you. Go on, get. Well, I've tried my hardest to convince you. Now I don't care what happens to you anymore, brother. Don't come crying to me if you get yourself killed. Hey, wait a minute. You're one of my trusts. You're my Unity leader. Boy, what's that over there? Or who's that over there, rather? A wannabe newbie adventurer, huh? So you're the one they sent to help with my experiment? Oh, you're too latey, Waity. The experiment is over. This gizmo just broke down again. And then my pesky little Sistaru wandered in and just to add insult to injury. Well, I've had enough for one day. I'm headed home. Seeing as you come all this way, I'd hate for you to go home empty-handed, so here's a little job for you. On your way here, you probably noticed the glowing receptacle gizmos here and there, didn't you? Well, inside each of them, there's a magic ball called a mana orb. I think one of those mana orbs was broken when my experiment failed just now. Your job is to find the broken sphere and take it back to the Oristeri. Oh, and one more thing. Don't go blabbing about what you just heard here, alright? I'd read their Aru portion, but it's really awkward sounding for me. If you want me to read it, I guess I could read it, but I mean, I'm gonna be shooting through this so fast, and my uploads are still behind by like 20 videos. Just because the proportion to how much I want to play versus how much I can upload is just forever behind. But we'll see what happens here. I kind of forgot that Apururu was his sister. I only vaguely remember the Windurst missions. Windurst was my least favorite mission back in the day, and it still kind of is my least favorite nation. I really don't like its leader. The only thing really redeeming about it to me is the comedy, which is not something that's necessarily intrinsic to its mission quests. like almost every quest in Windurst and everything involving Taro in this game is usually pretty funny. Like, you know, because that's like, what do you write for a midget, right? Like, you're not gonna write any serious scenario for them, and if you do, you're always gonna undercut it with comedy because they're supposed to be your comedy race. It's very, very unusual or uncommon for the midget races to be given, you know, completely serious, like, everyone takes us completely serious sorts of stuff, so. Okay, speak with him to finish the mission. So basically, we're gonna warp out of here and then warp back to the Oristary, which our home point is actually still in Bastock, even though oh, they did give us an adventure coupon. Huh. Well, we don't really need that, but I guess I could give it a Jack of Spades and get 50 gil. But honestly, I'll probably just throw it away. Okay, so. Awkwardly, even though I'm part of Windurst now, I'm still home pointed in Bastock. Port Windurst, please. I believe it's home point 1. Doo-doo-doo. I really do not remember these missions at all. Yo, dog, here's your cracked mana orb. So you were able to meet our flub-the-dub minister, huh? The minister came back an itty-bitty ago, but was straight out the door again. Oh, that's the no-go mana orb. Blah, 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 blah. Congratulations, adventurer, you did bitch work. And also got to sort of know that this guy's up to, like, some skeevy magical concocting. Alright, so that's the first mission for Windurst. Let's see, so we're here. Doo-doo-doo. And we've got row objectives we could be giving ourselves. Except I'd want to throw away some stuff. Let's remove that objective for now because we're not going to reach Adeline anytime soon. And let's go to the missions Windurst. Oh snap! They gave us crystals. I forgot that they do that. Okay, you are a gate guard, so you... The heart of the matter, yep, we want to do that, I guess. I don't think we can trade crystals yet until rank 3, so... Can you go to the Cardian Workshop at the Monastery and help the staff there create their automaton guards? All Windurstians are indebted to the Cardians for their diligent service. Please accept this mission as a way of showing your gratitude to the Cardians. Okay, well I like King of Hearts. He's a really great trust. I like Cardians too. They're kind of funny. And got reused as a monster in Bardam's Medal in Final Fantasy XIV in a way that made no sense. So, you know. Let's see. The Monastery is in Windurst Waters, right? It's... No, that's the Rhinostery. Wait, so where's the Monastery? Oh, it says in Windurst Woods. I'm stupid. See, I don't know my way around Windurst at all. Like, I was never one for Windurst. And back in the day, I think there's some mages around in each zone that will teleport you from zone to zone, even back in the day. It was like one of the nice features about Windurst. If you knew about them, then you didn't have any trouble getting around fast. But if you don't know about them, Windurst is like the hugest, most sprawling city. And I mean, even knowing about them, it's still the biggest city. It's just, you know, hey, you know about the teleportation, so you can get around more quickly. Congratulations, you're smart. All in all, though, I don't know exactly how long it'll take us to get through the Windurst missions. But I do know that I want to get through them as quickly as possible, so I can switch over to Sandioria, and then get through those as quickly as possible. And then switch back to Bastok, and never worry about Nation Allegiance ever again. And only fight for Bastok, because Bastok is the best. Bastok is Bestok. Alright, so who are we looking for in here, guide? Speak to Apururu, who is in the other room, I suppose. That's the kind of annoying thing about these Windurstian buildings, is they almost always have two different entrances that are completely separate from one another on the inside. So you have to, like... Oh, so our trust leader is in charge of making the Guardians, huh? Oh. Okay. I didn't expect to be getting his trust. Brought down her wrath on my alter ego. Huh. Yeah, sure. This is super unexpected. Sure, why not? I don't think I've ever gotten him as a trust on any character. Let me see. You came to Kara Baruha's abode with the Carbuncle's Ruby and Toad. Don't you ever think of forgetting what I did for you back there? Okay, so that's why we're getting his trust. You were enjoying yourself. No, I'm Tsundere! He's given us his trust, but be ready for him to not, like, give a fuck about us in all the missions that he's involved in. Cool beans. Thanks. Not what I was here for. I have no idea what kind of... if he's a good trust or not. I assume he's a Black Mage trust. Sure am. Oh. What a sweetheart. I love you as a trust. You're my favorite Unity leader. You keep me alive. You've helped me beat so many things already. Yeah, okay. Guardians are made out of straw, huh? But they also need a mana orb. Without a fully charged mana orb, we cannot cast our special magic on the Guardians to keep them animated. That's why we leave the job of energizing mana orbs with magic to adventurers from Windurst only. These spheres are very important, so they cannot be entrusted to people from other lands. Here, take these 6 dark mana orbs that have lost their glow. You are to go to the southeastern magic tower of the Horutoto ruins in eastern Suruda-Baruda. There's the only magic tower that's still functioning well enough to energize mana orbs. Ask Pori Ore at the Horutoto ruins to find out how to energize the mana orbs properly. You could find it to be quite a troublesome task, so if you're not quite sure of yourself, ask some of your fellow adventurers to help. Well, good luck, and Tataru! Hey! Tataru! A pun from Final Fantasy XI is what they named the Secretary of the Scions in Final Fantasy XIV. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay. By the way, when I say I hate Windurst, like, that's only like the shit-talking, you know, national rivalry. Like, I don't actually hate anything in Final Fantasy XI other than some of the jank and some of the I do have, you know, quite a few bad memories from people being shitheads. But, yeah, it's all nostalgic and it's all very um, powerful and formative for me. It's gonna be weird when I'm really old, assuming I live to be really old, and I have all these ancient memories of this game and the stuff I did in this game with other real people, but like my wife is gonna be unable to relate to it because she never played this game because she's 6 years younger than me, and from a completely different kind of family, the oldest. Like, oh man. Also, she's technically not my wife yet, and I still have to ask about that. It's our 4-year anniversary on New Year's Eve, and I am going to propose to her. Kind of wish I had a career, a stable career. I don't, so I don't know. It feels kind of weird to ask someone to marry you when you're. That's not a notorious monster, right? That's just a hound spawning because it's night. Okay. Cool. Okay, make sure you talk to this guy. Apparently, he's the guy she told us to talk to. Yeah, so you need to stay volunteer for the Ministry missions, right? Okie dokie, now I'll explain what you gotta do. Mana orbs can be pretty difficult for the first timers, so listen hard and good. When you go below the southeastern magic tower here, you'll find the passage widens greatly. The layout's in a sort of circular shape with a total of 6 mana orbs receptacle gizmos placed in a pattern around the path. Holy balls, dude, you've got more dialogue than the fucking story NPC. Although I guess technically you are a story NPC because this is Winter's mission stories. So, alright, so that's the key item we need. And basically, we go there, we go downstairs, and then we're just gonna run from mana orb to mana orb. I would assume. Okay, so go downstairs, enter the tower, make your way to the main room, which is basically a large square. Are we in the main room? Yeah, okay, we're in the main room. So we just... Okay. And that's the door we gotta go through at some point. People used to come in here and kill these goblins. I think particularly the goblin thugs. They have a chance at dropping wild onions. And those sold really well back in the day because I believe people... Oh, right, okay. Yeah, people use them in early cooking recipes and also later cooking recipes. And also for something else with synthesis, I think. And possibly also quest turn-ins. I don't know. They sold for like 20k a stack back in the day. And that doesn't sound like a lot. And even back in the day, before RMT was super duper frowned upon and illegal or whatever, it was like the fucking Christmas of 2004. Prices were out of this world, but eventually they sort of stabilized. But more or less, a stack of wild onions was usually worth about twice a stack of beehive chips. Which you farm beehive chips from any sort of wasp or bee monster. And those were like the go-to like farmed things that people would sell along with crystals, assuming they could even get crystals from the bees they were fighting, which they usually couldn't. But yeah, people would like, they would get on, they'd farm like a stack of beehive chips, like, and that would be like their routine throughout the week. Like they'd get home from work or get home from school, and they farm to try to make money all week, and then on the weekend spend all the money they made and actually play and actually do things. Okay. So hold on a second here. We got to go, I think, through here. Yeah. I remember thinking, where do wild onions come from? And then realizing, oh, it's from any goblin, particularly goblin thugs. That also made South Gustavberg really popular because the goblin thugs on the hills, along with the bees, it's a really popular farming spot. And that was just the way that people liked to farm and make money, because it was the first way they learned to make money. And a lot of people are really bad at the auction house in this game, myself included. I'm no like amazing like auction house player, although I do know enough to try to, you know, buy low, sell high, and also that you can like get into auction house wars with other people. And if you sell enough of the same item, you can control the price on it yourself, but you'll always have to contend with whoever else is also trying to do that. And the auction house itself is this huge game for a lot of people. Like, it's like their only interest in this game, because they like making money. 6 animal orbs have been successfully energized with magic. So let me guess, we gotta run back around and collect them all and then take them back to Windurst. Man, I guess I can appreciate like these little cutscenes showing me getting the orbs, but at the same time I would kind of just like to be able to get the orbs like without the cutscene fanfare. What were the first missions for Bastok? I'm trying to remember. I think like the first one was like go to Zarin Mines and find the Dooflotchet, the supervisor or whatever, the overseer. And then like the second one was I guess I could cheat. I could look. I could be like, yo dog. Oh yeah, it was pH levels in Dangrafwadi of the hot geysers there. And then what? An optional one, and then going to Cragadim, getting the crystal, and then another optional one. I guess I could try to do the optional ones for Windurst just so we're familiar with what they are, assuming they're not too much of a pain in the ass. I don't have anything against quests, but sometimes they're really not worth doing. Like that fetishism one for Bastok, if I hadn't been leveling jobs and gotten like the fetish heads from Quadivs just by leveling, because that turned out to be the most efficient way to level at that time. Yeah, I would have never done that mission, probably ever. Although back in the day, when crystals were expensive, it was cheaper to do it that way. Okay, so we got all the mana orbs. So now we just gotta go back upstairs and leave. Although technically we could warp out. We could just warp out and go back to the monastery. But apparently that'll change how the cutscenes work or something. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. Although if I can't find my way out of here, I'm just gonna I am just gonna warp because I have no desire to be stuck in this discount Zoxtra. We're 45 minutes in and we're not even ranked 2 yet. God damn it. Oh snap. Bad music. Bad situation music. What did we do wrong? Did we do something wrong? Oh. Oh, right. There's cardigans that go rogue. But I could kill them easily. Huh, I don't remember this at all. I probably warped back to Windurstian back in the day. Well, there goes 10 years off my life. They were the ace cardigans, if you couldn't tell. We wouldn't have come anywhere near to being a match for 3 aces. You have to know when to hold them and when to fold them, I guess. But boy, was that a close call. You're heading back to town right now. Well, then please report what just took place to Minister Pururu in the monastery. Thanks. Be careful on your way home. Well, I could have taken 3 aces. I could take the king. So, I wonder how it changes if you, those feral cardians barging in there. Of course, I ran away for help, I mean. Okay, so we got a cowardly bitch of a Mithra, who, even though she was wearing, like level 70 adamant or level 60 something dark steel or whatever her armor set is. It's either dark steel or adamant. She could have easily taken those guardians, but no. Okay, so even though the zone entrance isn't marked, it's that little rectangular jut that goes into the Federation of Windurst. And I gotta tell you, back in the day, this zone really amazed me my first day playing. Like, I ran up to that lake Lapuka or whatever and stared out on the water and then cursed the fact that I couldn't swim in the game. Because, like, there's no swimming in Final Fantasy 11. And I don't think there ever will be. But that would be one hell of a surprise. Oh yeah, this PS2 engine 20-year-old game. Here's the new update. You can finally swim. We're gonna allow you to swim in certain areas. What? that would be crazy. Crazy like a fox. Kind of funny to me, all of Ranger's melee options are, you know, their secondary skills, but like sometimes it's more effective to use their secondary skills to gain TP. Like, it's a whole thing because they have the highest tier of accuracy bonus. Like, even if we were to equip a club, like say the Kraken club, even though we only have 216 club skill, which is like an E rank in club, like we have plus like 60 accuracy from accuracy bonus 5 or 4 or whatever it is. So we actually have the same accuracy rating wielding a club as a job without accuracy bonus does, that has like an A in the weapon or whatever. So Rangers never miss. Feral Guardians turned up again, Winnie. It's quite an embarrassing tale for us at the monastery, but some of the old Guardians from the war years escaped and went wild. Those old Guardians carry out such wickedness as stealing mana orbs and attacking people. Mana orbs are their hearts, remember, so the reason they steal the mana orbs is to revive their friends who have run out of magic in their mana orbs. But mana orbs are just spheres of magic. Unless there's a mage who can use the mana orb and breathe life into the Guardians, they are totally useless. So even if they are successful in stealing the mana orbs, it serves them no purpose. But I'm glad that you and your poor Ore are safe. That's the most important thing. Well, anyway, thank you for your trouble and hard efforts. Until next time, then. Tataru! Well. Can we rank up yet? Because I wanna be ranked 2. Things will speed up slightly when we get up, when we actually get up to rank 2, because once we hit rank 2, I think like 2-Tac 1 will be Windurst related, and I'll have to show it. But like, if we could get to rank 2 in this video, then I could just like do the rest of like 2 to 5 and not need to show anything, because it's like you become an emissary for Windurst and you go to Bastok and you go to Sandioria. Although I guess I could show going to Bastok, because unless that's our Dragon Nation, I don't remember what Bastok has you do. Don't forget about what I said. A doot, scoot, boogie. The price of peace, huh? Yeah, okay. This mission is much easier if you purchase a map of Gideos. So, have these missions help making you stronger? Perhaps you're ready for a mission that involves the Yagudo Beastmen. On the other side of western Saruda is a place called Gideos, the home of the Yagudo. You know the Yagudo, don't you? They're the beastmen who are forever so long have ravaged the grasslands of Saruda. But the current Star Sybil took it upon herself to try and make amicable relations with the damned enemy. As a result, we pay tribute to the Yagudo with food offerings as a sign of our friendship. That's the crux of the mission. First, you're to go to the Rhinostery's biological laboratory and Winter's Waters. Okay. Issued by Heaven's Tower, the Star Sybil herself. Control your hatred of the Beastmen and fulfill the mission as best as you can. Okay, hottie. Her thighs are really exposed. Like, it looks like she's straight up wearing just underwear as her outer garment. Okay, so we got to go to the Rhinostery, which is in Windurst Waters, which is at home point number 3. And we gotta go onto the roof and speak to Lippy Hoppy, which is, pretty sure it's the guy that gave us the Fenrir entry key item. Be funny if he mentions Fenrir again. Which, honestly, I need to kill Fenrir again to get him as a mount. I don't really care about any of his other gear. But, yeah, it is him. Okay. These bags are the Yagudo's favorite cherries. Those should give those ugly old beastmen their merries. If you're wondering why there's now 2 bags, it's because there's 2 altars in Gideos' crags. A Yagudo by each altar stands, to each of them a bag you hand. And though an offering you do bear, these Yagudo may attack you there, so take precautions, be prepared, lest you return in states impaired. What are you, fucking Shantato's understudy? head out for Gideus, which we can just teleport to because we have been there before. We've got to talk to La Mosey and Gu Pakia once we get there. So it's going to be NPCs that we talk to there. Gideus, please. Swing. And then we merely go back to the Rhinostery. But I actually don't know how much time this saves us because it puts us on the south side of Gideus, near the burning circle, and I think the all these other guys are like the offering dudes are up in the northern section. Also, excuse me. Do you ever have that happen to you? Like burps that just happen, like you don't even like feel it happen like in your chest or your belly. It's like air escaping the middle of your throat. Like, and that's it. It seems to happen to me a lot. But yeah, also, if you're not interested in the other nation missions, feel free to skip, like, the next, I don't know how many videos it's going to take, but I'm assuming about four or five videos per nation mission segment, because, like, other than who I report to, like, I might not even do ranks 4 and 5 on screen. Because we don't get any new cutscenes, I'm pretty sure. It's the Northlands expedition that I already showed last year when I did it for Bastock. Although, I don't know, maybe it'd be fun to show off kicking the Shadow Lord's ass at 75. Okay, Gupakia, that's one of the dudes. Yep, okay. Offered up key item drink offering. So I'm guessing the other guy is on the other side there. East and west. Yeah. So this is like a very light dip in the Gideus. All these monsters up here in the northern section are like around level 10-ish. Like maybe a little bit lower, maybe a little bit higher. They're not that difficult, but like if you were a newbie, you would have to be sort of careful. One of the missions has you come in here, if I remember right, and you have to like drop down in the hole and like talk to a Yagudo in like a offering room or something and do something else. I don't know, it's weird. And all I really remember about Windurst missions is that I think the final fight for Windurst missions involves, I think it's you fight a wyvern and a manticore at the same time. So it's two really powerful enemy types, and they're like level, yeah, they're like, I guess incredibly tough rated for like for 75 or ish, something like that. I don't remember them being particularly super difficult, but I do remember like if the manticore does riddle, which lowers maximum MP, it might screw your group because your mages suddenly have their MP cut in half. But I don't remember having any trouble with it back in the day. I actually did all my rank 10 nation missions at the 75 cap. I did San Diorio with my friend Ko, I remember. We're taking the Smoothskins food offering. Quack, but now you must be leaving. Okay, whatever. So now we just go back. I'm going to throw this Adventure coupon down. Now we just go back to the Rhinostery and we'll get another cutscene, and then we go back to the gate guard, and then I think we should be rank 2. I hope we'd be rank 2. Also, this next mission is telling me that apparently the side gate guards have extra dialogue about your missions every time you accept one or something. Particularly for Windurst missions, because Windurst missions are the only ones that have multiple gate guards at each gate or whatever. But I kind of don't care. Like, like it's like whatever, man. Okay, so we should be getting a cutscene right about now. We of the Rhinostery would like to explore the underground canals too, and investigate why the great beast disappeared after the war ceased. But the entrance to the canals and Windurst walls has been off limits for 20 years, despite our calls. Known as the Priming Gate, Guardians guard it as of late. I know, that's why I'm asking you for your cooperation. Our objectives coincide. I'm in search of Kara Ha-Baruha's laboratory, and you're in search of the great beast's lair. But opening the Priming Gate is no easy thing, and the key is our Rhinostery Minister's Ring. And Minister Rukususu wouldn't to you lend her ring even if you were really her friend. You don't get what I'm saying, that's why I'm asking you. Listen, on the night Rukususu comes back from the Northlands. Let's continue this discussion later. Tataru? Oh, he does the same verbal quip as his sister. Go to return to the gatehouse where you begun. I'm sure something great awaits you back at the gate. Okay there, Discount Shintato. With your rhyme scheme. I'm gonna go get rank 2 Windurst. Oh yeah. We're cooking with fire now. Okay, so if each rank takes about an hour, then we do an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. Let's just go to the... I like the Windurst Wood gates the best. Just because that was the first gate guard I ever went to. And the primary effect just had me go back to them for the rest of my Windurst missions forever. And because also I didn't realize that gate guards were at other gates. Like back in the day, I just like, oh, this is where I get missions from, so this is where I go. You know. Promote me, Mrs. Thighs. I'll be recommending you for promotion to rank 2. Conquest now, huh? See you around. Yeah, sure thing. Rank 2, and we get a different font. Instead of being steel that's blazoned on there, it's green, like slightly italicized font. And let's just give her... Well, let me see if the next mission is worth doing. That doesn't sound like fun, so I'm gonna skip it. I'm just gonna give her these 6 wind crystals. Alright, I guess we gotta give them to our conquest wizard warlock or whatever, or war warlock. Whatever, here you go. Here, max out my things, damn it. Okay, Lost for Words. I think this is the one we want. Yeah, okay. Optistery's Library of Magic and Windurst Waters. Looks like they're in a spot of trouble there, as they urgently ask for any able adventurer we have on hand to help them out. How about it then? If you feel you're up to it, why don't you volunteer to help the Optistery out? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Uh-huh. Now, supposedly these other Mithras will have unique dialogue. I borrowed the books from the Library of Magic too, you know. One time I took a book home to read, and as soon as I opened it, a whole army of frogs came jumping out at me. I borrowed as many books as I could following that, but never had a single frog pop out at me. Too bad, as they were really tasty frogs, too. Got a book overdue, huh? Okay, well, it's just some fun dialogue, I guess. It's nothing to really write home about. So, the Optistery, they said, was in... what? Windurst Waters. Oh, is this gonna be the guy that one of the guys that the Chibukis mistook their father for, that they were like, "You're totally wrong," you know, like when he was telling them all the stuff he'd read in his library books. Do we go in here? Optistery. Torisuka Porika. Yeah, it's him. Oh, sorry about that. I was just thinking. I'm facing my first crisis since taking over as Minister of the Optistery here. By the way, who in my stars are you? Well, what? You're the adventurer sent here to help from the gatehouse? Well, then let me explain. Where do I start? Firstly, do you know the role of the Optistery's Library of Magic? This is a repository for the storage and preservation of innumerable scrolls and books from ages long past right up to the present. The most important role of our librarians is to consign our entrusted writings to posterity, without ever losing a single one of them. Why, even during that terrible war 20 years ago, we were able to protect almost all of the books. Dude, this guy's the best Taro. He doesn't have a fucking speech impediment. The restricted book section is another matter. Restricted books are never allowed to be taken out of the Library of Magic and are normally sealed away in a special room. Manuscripts, life-threateningly dangerous to those weak in magical power. Books of the dark arts, not to be viewed by mortal eyes. Ancient scrolls not even the Minister of the Optistery is allowed to open. All of which are writings that, if taken outside, would cause great calamity. However, one very important book disappeared during the war 20 years ago and has never been seen since. But recently I received word that said book had fallen into the dirty paws of that outrageous Mithran cat burglar who inhabits Windurst Woods. Although the source of this information is dubious, the possibility that she has that book is a matter of great consequence. That's where you come in. I want you to go meet that so-called cat burglar and confirm whether or not she possesses any of our restricted books. The Optistery must retrieve any restricted books back as soon as possible and at any cost. We are counting on you. Okay. So, we started our memory wipe in Windurst by running into the cat burglar, and here we are in rank 2, already having to go talk to the cat burglar. Carried the books through the flames to the Heaven's Tower. Furaku Naraku, huh? Okay, so that was basically a bunch of bonus dialogue that didn't matter. So now we gotta go back to Windurst Woods and talk to Nanamigo, and she's gonna give us a key item. And it's giving me the business about other quests that involve her being like, you might have to talk to her multiple times. Pretty sure the Moogle House warp is the closest one to her. I don't think they put one up there near her or the Chieftainess. We've been to many, many times. Also, you might notice, or I might have already pointed it out. I probably already pointed it out. I mean, I've been rambling for an hour. I'm on Ranger. I figured, you know, hey, it's a job we unlocked in Windurst, and also I haven't shown it on screen since I broke the mythic crossbow, which you can also use its weapon skill with guns. And, I don't know, like, there's also the level 80 weapon skill that's already available to us because of merits. Numbing shot that my brother killed Odin with in Einherjar back in the day, which is another event in Tristan Autogon I need to try to show off sometime. It's just, I'm pretty sure it's too much for me solo at 75, so, because I don't think you can use trust in there, but there's going to be a lot of stuff I go back and show off later when I actually break the level cap, just because I without begging my friend Vox or someone for help, I have no way to show it off yet without just dying horribly. So, you know that I'm willing to die on camera, it's just, I'm willing to die if there's a chance that I can win. You want to know if I have a restricted book in my possession, do you? Where in Vanadil did you hear that? You can never be too careful, you know. Okay, I'll let you in on it. You're a second-rank adventurer, aren't you? Then allow me to ask you this little favor I have first. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, so to speak. Do what I ask, and I'll let you check the book I found. How about it, then? Okay. Did you know that up in the Tarongi Canyon, there's a series of caves known as the Maze of Shakrami? If you examine the rocks in those caves with this lapis monocle hard enough, you should be able to find a lapis coral. I want you to bring me one. Happy hunting. Wow. Not only do we have to go to Tarongi Canyon, but we gotta go all the way to Maze of Shakrami behind the teleport crag. Man. Was the survival guide for Windurst, was that in the port? Or was that in Windurst Walls? The Bastelker in me wants to say it was in Windurst Walls, but there was that book near, Port's exit. Makina uses flee. Godspeed, Makina. Whatever you're doing, Godspeed. Okay, let's see. I just want to figure this out, because see, there's a book right there. That's a weird place to put it, though. It's not close to any Moogle house. I mean, the books in Bastok Mines aren't exactly close to the Moogle house, I guess. Same thing with the books in Sandioria. They're way wicked far. I think the Bastok one is the closest one to its survival guide. Yeah, wow, okay. They, Windurst got kind of screwed over here. But then again, I guess they got screwed over along with Sandioria, so... whatever. We want Kolshushu, Maze of Shakrami, Schwing. Okay, so... head inside, go to G6 on map 1 where you can transition to map 2. So G6 is... okay, I see. Go to map 2 on the lower map, then head to H5 on map 2. And there are 4 fossilized rock. Check each rock until you receive the lapis coral. There are 2 additional fossil rocks at I8. Every monster in here aggroes to sound, except for obviously these goblins. I guess they mean immediately next to the fossil rocks. You can use circumspection from the grounds tome if you have grounds of valor points, which we do. But I mean, if you were a complete newbie, you might not have them. Go back to Nanamigo, who will give you the hideout key. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, well. Cool beans, cool beans. It's times like these, I really wish I'd thought to grab some sprinter shoes from the past or from somewhere else. I don't know when the first fight is that we're actually going to be required to do. It's probably going to be the 2-TAC-3 mission with being an emissary to the other nations. And I think being Windurst, I think Bastok is going to be our dragon nation. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. We'll find out. Combat carnivorous crawlers. Wouldn't it be kind of a bitch if they had added in like item level or like even like the level 95 monsters? They're like no one EXP's here, so let's level in, put in the you know, monsters for people to level to 99 on, and it's like, oh, but it's in the way of a rank 2 mission. It's like, oh, key item lapis coral. How about that? How about that? Let's go back. Let's warp. Let's get on out of here. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do a lot more legwork for these Windurst missions than we ever did for Bastok missions. I could be wrong. I mean, some of those later Bastok missions where they're all like, go to Altepa, go in the ruins, go to the other side of Altepa, you know, fuck a Galka's mom. Like, it'd be kind of leggy, but, I mean, this is making us go back and forth. Like, if we didn't have teleports, let's imagine we'd have to go jump on a chocobo or shout for a teleport Mia. And teleport Mia would get us right next to the Maze of Chakrami, because it's like literally just northeast of there is the entrance. But if we couldn't get a teleport Mia, which I mean, we have white mage level, so we could teleport Mia ourselves. But other than that, we'd have to grab a chocobo, ride across 2 zones, zone into Chakrami, get the thing, leave Chakrami, and then our option would be to have set our home point in Windurst and warp back and run up to the Cat Burglar, or hop back on a chocobo and ride back to 2 zones again, and then run up all the way up here to the Cat Burglar. So, Cat Burglars are us, I guess. But guess what? Even when we get back to the Cat Burglar, the mission's not even done yet. We got like 3 more places we gotta go. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. 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 Hey there, sexy cat woman mama. Crush my head with your thighs. Or make the transaction at my hideout deep in the Horototo ruins. You go on ahead, I'll catch up with you there once I've finished up here. Hideout key. The key to the Cat Burglar's hideout in the Horototo ruins. How about that? Now, there's another axe that gives ranged stats to it. I think it's called like the Kriegsbale or whatever. I think it's like 5 agility and then like, I want to say it's 8 ranged attack and 4 ranged accuracy, though it might be the other way around. And it used to be like Francisca's like, you know, companion piece. You could buy it on the auction house, but I'm not sure if anyone's selling it in this day and age. I don't feel like an inventory -1, so I don't really care too much. But it would be better for me to use the Kriegsbale. It has higher base damage than a Francisca too, I think. And Ranger actually has higher axe skill than sword skill by 20, so it's like one of those things. You know what? We're already close enough to the exit. We might as well not warp to the exit. We might as well just walk to the exit. We're going back to the Inner Horototo ruins, which I guess I could have teleported to the survival guide and used the survival guide, because I think I got the survival guide for it now. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. Oh snap, this quest is telling us you will need Sneak and Invisible because they added level 90 plus monsters to the area where the cat burglar's hideout is. So they did that. They just didn't do it. They just didn't do it in Mesa Shack Rami. They God. Square, you broke your game. They actually keep doing that. They keep breaking the game. There's actually a notorious monster bugbear in Newton Mobile Polos that you can only spawn by getting an item called an air tank. The air tank is a rare item that used to drop off of hobgoblins in Bibiki Bay. Not just any hobgoblin, mind you, because hobgoblins are still there, but hobgoblin blaggers, which was like, I think some sort of like level 80-ish, maybe like 82-ish thief monster, which only had 4 spawns and was always deeply entrenched with these other hobgoblins, really far to the southwestern portion of Bibiki Bay. Well, back in November of this year, they updated Bibiki Bay, and they added in locusts, domels, locusts, ghost crabs or something that are solid gold, and they got rid of all the hobgoblins down there, which includes getting rid of the hobgoblin blagger. So the air tank can no longer be obtained. And they did not add in another way that anyone seems to know of to get an air tank. And so the only way to get an air tank nowadays is from the Goblins Daily Box Lottery for 50 daily tally points. You cannot buy or sell it on the auction house. You can only buy and sell it out of bazaars. Because it's a level like 75 notorious monster or whatever, nobody cares. But it's a piece of history I can't show off, which I'm kind of sad about, because I wanted to get, like, there are some level 67 metal boots called Brother Sabatons. They give 3 strength, 2 vitality, 5 attack, and slow +2 or something like that. So they're a weapon skill piece. And Red Mage can use them. And they're technically the best Savage Blade piece for Red Mage at 75. Well, one of the best, because they give strength and attack, and there's no penalty to mind, and every race can use them. You know, I currently use my Marine M boots or whatever, but, you know, dicks. Okay, anyway, enter the main room. Enter the room off the main room. Room off the main room. What does that mean? G9, there's a crack in the wall. Okay, so we're looking, what, for G9? Okay, that's what it means. Ba-ba-da-bum. Almost to an hour and a half. We're still rank 2. Sad panda. I was hoping to be rank 3 by now. Troika bats. Yeah, sure enough. Oh, they only say very tough. They don't look 90 plus. Very tough to 75 would be somewhere between 70, I think 79 and 80. Deathwatch beetles. Okay. So where exactly do we need to go? Now head to G8. Okay, so we're at J8. We gotta go to G8 and find a mahogany door. So it's that circle, I guess. So it's not too far in here. Back in the day, I never had a map for this place, and so I just had to, like, go by the directions, go to G8, and so it was, like, these winding tunnels. Guess this would be a place to level up if I wanted to try to take Saruta Baruta. Well, I say level up, but I mean merit. Although I'm pretty sure the EXP here would not be as good as the other places I go to merit. I'm also more interested in taking back, like, Tavnasia or Kozats, but only for Bastok. I don't really care about winning contests when I'm not Bastok. I didn't switch to Windurst to bring it out of the slump of 3rd place. I switched to Skinny Majinx? What the heck? Okay. Intriguing. Or mildly intriguing, anyway. Is the door gonna be back here? Okay, there we go. And a groundstone. Okay. Check the mahogany door for a cutscene. Optional. Nana and her cronies back in Windurst Woods have new dialogue after this cutscene. Ha 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 ha. Thank you for kindly coming all this way to carry out our little transaction. This is what you're going to do. Drop all the money and equipment you have on you, then get the hell out of here. Oh, we're being robbed by hot thighs. Don't tell us this is your first lesson in the School of Hard Knocks now, little boy. Perhaps you should consider this as your tuition fee? You see, we intended to use that book as bait to lure unsuspecting do-gooders like yourself into our little trap. Hurry up and drop all your belongings. You don't want to keep me waiting. Huh? The extinguished magic is our lord. The slumbering strength is our ruler. We have found you, Mithra. Return the life force of our leader back to us. Grr, this is bad. What do we do, Top Cat? We can't take on 3 Ace Guardians and expect to live. You tricked us. You stole from us. Many important things you did. They were our lord's belongings. They were our ruler's possessions. Hey, these wild Guardians don't have the speech impediment that the other Guardians have. It is not permissible for living fools such as you to take the property of the deceased. So, Mithra, tell us where you hid our ruler's belongings. If you do not want to join him in death, then you would best speak the truth. House of the Hero, huh? You appear to be telling the truth. Of course I'm telling the truth. I know only too well that you Guardians can detect when someone is lying. And you also know that we are incapable of lying as well. We will be returning to town after we have silenced you forever. Why, you double-crossing. Oh, that was Flare 2. Wait, they had the animation for Flare 2 in the game? Like, that early? Dun-dun-dun. Ricardian to the dark. You've already investigated me, have you? Dare I ask what evil enterprise you were planning? Don't tell me that you were after forbidden magic as well. That couldn't possibly be true, could it? Dun-dun-dun. They cannot lie, but they can keep their silence. I underestimated them. So now I see. You stole that book from our Cardian friends there, eh? But to hide it and your other spoils right under our noses. Old Kara Buraha's residence? I guess you could say that the darkest place is always under the candlestick. You can leave the rest to me. Get me the key to the House of the Hero. I'm talking about Kara Bahuraha's ring. I know you've got it. You know that the second you lay hand on those boxes, the Guardians are going to go after you, don't you? Well, I suppose if it means an end to being tailed by those creepy Guardians and you, my pesky little man, then it's a small price to pay. You have the gall to think I enjoy playing cat and mouse running around after you, do you? Really now? As for you, adventurer, get out of here while you still can, otherwise you'll have a cat in hell's chance of escaping with your belongings intact. Next stop, Old Karaha Buraha's residence. I'd better hurry back to Windurst Walls before it's too late. Okay, so we almost got robbed. How about that? I'm curious to see what their dialogue is, so I guess we'll go check that out even though I'm technically in a hurry. I am not sure about other stuff. You know, it's just a little slice of history I'm maintaining here by categorizing or cataloging the Final Fantasy XI. I'm not obviously not even cataloging everything either. There's clearly tons and tons and tons and tons of quests I have just not bothered to do at all. Not even, rather than, you know, not just not on camera, just not at all, because they're not worth doing. There's actually a ton of quests in this game that are like, oh yeah, spend like an hour doing some random bullshit, and then your reward is 2 Treant bulbs. You know, like, sometimes shit is just not worth it. Sometimes shit is just not worth it. Kind of like how some of the job-sub-job combinations just don't make any sense to do. Like, say, Geomancer / Summoner, or Summoner / Puppet Master, or Beastmaster / Puppet Master. You can only have one pet out at a time, so any of the pet jobs trying to sub one another doesn't do anything for them. And yes, the Luo pen on Geomancer counts as a pet. Some Guardians were carrying around several large boxes out of the priming gate and Windurst walls. I meowed her once, I meowed her 1,000 times. We should stop putting our paws on anything that smells of Guardians. I never want to go through that sort of thing again. I can't stand the sight of you. Get out of here, and don't show your face to me anytime soon. Or if I talk to you right away again. Okay. So she's mad at us, even though she should not have had her memory wiped and should remember us from the Thief Artifact quest line, but whatever. Whatever. That whole memory wipe excuse thing is just an excuse for, you know, like, the other characters to treat you like you're new and for you to feel like you're doing something new, even though, I mean, all of the nation missions are different, right? So, like, of course, you know, they're you know, you're gonna be doing different things for different reasons. But like I said, they all share missions: 2-tac-3, 4-tac-1, 4-tac-2, 5-tac-1, 5-tac-2, which is, you know, kill the Dark Dragon, kill the Archlich, kill the Shadow Lord. So, oh, and, you know, find the Magicite. But yeah, we gotta go check the House of the Hero now. Now, again, we didn't have to talk to them. I just wanted to see what their dialogue was, since their dialogue is only that, like, while this mission is active. So, Dix, I think. Yeah, home point 1 is the closest one. Swing. Teleportation, making Windurst almost convenient. Almost. I'm sorry, viewer, if your favorite nation is Windurst. I'm truly sorry. This is the same house we had to go to for Summoner Unlock. Dun 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 dun. House of the Hero. Meow 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 meow. The door is unlocked. This is it. Now I can finally make some progress with my plan. Oh, a curious one you are. Did you follow me all the way here? You're on a mission from the Optistery. Oh, so you're the foolhardy adventurer who accepted that one. Do you really think that the Book of the Gods could actually fall in the hands of that petty thief, the cat burglar? This is no Book of the Gods. It's just a work of the famous Karaha Boraha. The pages, they're blank. It can't be. The time for the Book of the Gods to lose its magic has come. You must hurry back to the Optistery. Tell Tosuka Porika that the pages of the Book of the Gods have turned blank. Tell him the Book of the Gods is no more. Well, I'm sure you're telling the truth. I'm sure you didn't just open it up and look at it and then tell me bullshit so that you could keep it. Right? Right? Whatever. We'll find out. We will find out. So now we teleport back to Windurst Waters. Meow, 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 meow. How exciting. Meow, 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 meow. Nation missions. Woo! Oh, you're finally back. How did it go? So did that so-called Mithrin cat burglar really have her paws on one of our unrestricted books? Or restricted books, rather? It lost its magic? What? Preposterous. The Book of the Gods? No, the time for the Book of the Gods to lose its magic has come. What? It said that when the Book of the Gods loses its magic powers and returns to the blank pages, the shadows of destruction will set upon our world. Really, how could such a fearful thing ever happen? Ajito Marojito, I bet you wanted the Book of the Gods so badly that you came up with this preposterous lie. Don't you worry about Ajito Marojito. I'll report him to the Star Sibyl myself. And as for you, adventurer, I must warn you to forget this ever happened. You understand? We keep getting told by these little midgets to forget what we saw and shit. I don't want to forget what I saw, man. I want to get rank 3. But we're already over an hour and a half. Well, let's see if we can't at least start 2 Tac 3 in this recording. Oh, no, not Bastock, not Bastock. We're still Windurstian. We're still Windurstian. We can't go home yet. We got a long road ahead full of midgets and hot cat bitches, and then we have another long road ahead full of hot elven babes that I almost kind of don't want to leave because, oh my god, hot elven babes. But then there's the douchey elven men, so whatever. Never mind. Let's go back to Bastock, where the Hume lady's thighs are thick and the Galka's arms are the only things that's thicker. Huh. Whoops, I should have chosen a different warp point. Oh well, this is close enough. Back to the Mithrin Gate Guards, whose thighs are on display. Hey baby, I want to do another mission. The 3 Kingdoms, please. Because that test mission sounds stupid. The Secretary of Heaven's Tower will explain what this mission entails. Proceed there immediately. Immediately. So now we gotta warp back to Windurst Walls. Meow, 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 meow. There's a chance that the recording will get foobarred by walking into Heaven's Tower. So, yeah, that'll be awesome. Although if that happens, then I'll just cut this to a close. Because, I mean, we're already at, like, an hour 40 almost. And I mean, we're not going to be able to get through the 3 nations leg of the mission within like the next, 10 minutes or whatever, so But we can kick it off. We can get it started. So they just literally laid this thing brick by brick around this thing's roots. Like, some of the roots go, like, through the brick. Like, huh. Come on, baby, don't kill the recording. Don't do this to me, Star Tree, or Heaven's Tower. I used to love to come to Heaven's Tower back in the day and just sitting here. And I've said that, like, probably every time I've come here on camera. This music is really relaxing to me. Okay, Goopy, lay it on me. Sure am. Yep, I'm ranked 2. I was ranked 10 this morning, but now I'm ranked 2 again. Of course I'll be able to handle it. Simi Lafina! Hey, baby! You remember me from the Ranger artifact quests? I got her as a trust already. Show me his file. What's this? He's rank 10 Bastok already. Oh, holy shit. Oh, I need him to fuck me in the ass and spank me. This is a nice resume. It seems as if you fight better than you look. It also seems that today is not your day. QPP, process this adventurer's mission papers. Relay him his orders to him and give him a letter to the consuls. Understood. Okay. Well, thanks. You're a pretty good trust. I kind of enjoyed using you really early in the Let's Play, and I could probably enjoy using you again, if you know what I'm saying. Uh-huh. Okay. Which country you travel to first is up to you. Okay. 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 Yeah, sure. Yeah, the ferry. Right. Uh-huh. Don't forget that Windurstian is a neutral country set on maintaining peace. We're not about to get involved in another great war. Okay, let's go to Bastok first to see what they make us do. Which we'll have to exit, which also might end the recording prematurely again. Because Heaven's Tower be like that. I don't know, it happened once earlier in the Let's Play, and I had to stitch the video. Or, well, I don't think I stitched the video. I think I just wound up uploading a shorter than expected vid or something. I still don't know why it did that. I think it was because it caused some sort of graphical hang that actually closed the game, which automatically closes my recording program. So, like, that was actually why it happened. But honestly, ever since I started playing again, I haven't had any hangs. So it's actually been really nice. But let's go ahead and go to Bastok, I guess, because we can go straight to the Metalworks. And I think we talked to someone in the Metalworks, I assume. The Three Kingdoms. Meow, 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 meow. And Simi Lafina would have become our trust right then and there if, speak to Pat Pot in Metalworks near Home Point 1. I guess that's in the Windurstian console. They say near Home Point 1, but it's gotta be in the Windurstian console, right? Miketo, Moyoyo, Luxon Marexun, Patpot. Yo, dog. I'm here from the homeland. Oh yeah, sure, it was totally a long boat ride, dude. I've been waited on by cutesy-wootsy secretaries. This neck of the woods, huh? Surrounded by musky Humes and scary Galka instead of cutesy, you know, cat girls. You want cat ass, huh? Oh. You don't care about tea, you say? You want to hear about the mission? Oh, bother. I try to make people happy snappy has become a habit. It's part of the job. Topuro Kapiru, what was it we were supposed to ask? You were making yourself so small I didn't see you. The mission, man, the mission. You know, for the adventure from Windurst. I know how homesick you are, but I expect you to do your share while you're here. I think it had something to do with the Palboro mines, sir. I remember now, we needed some refined ore. What? Is that really something we should be asking a great adventurer from Windurst to do? And the Palboro mines are infested with Quadaf, too. It's our pretext for studying Bastocan technology, sir. But first, the adventurer is to meet with Sir Pius in the President's office. Sir Pius. I think we had dinner once, or maybe it was brunch? No matter, to work then. Good luck. Come back when you're done. Okay, whatever. So we'll go see about this Sir Pius, and then I think we'll... Whatever Sir Pius says, we'll cut it off after that. Also, let's talk to Naji while we're here. Hey Naji, remember when we kicked ass together in the Near East? Oh, he does. Neat. Okay. Is Sir Pius like... He's over here. Galco Grom. He was part of the expedition that tried to reclaim Palboro mines. Craftsman, Eatery, and the Metalworks. Okay. Speak to Grom. He's in the Metalworks Eatery. Something about me being a spy. Blah 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 blah. Metalworks Eatery is on this floor, if I remember right. Yep. I think they sell their best food since Bastoc's in first place, but we're not a Bastocan citizen, so I don't know if they'll sell it to us. Oh, I guess they do. It's a sausage, I'm pretty sure, and the melon juice. But we're here to talk to Grom. Or Grome. Yeah, I guess that would be Grome, because Ohm is OHM. And yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I'm totally not from Bastock, dude. I'm totally not rank 10. Yeah, I EXP'd on them on every job up to like level 30, dude. I've killed a ton of Quadov. Get a chunk of mine gravel, put it into the upper part of the refiner. Take the ons of mithril sand out of the lower part of the refiner. You can either buy a chunk of mine gravel from someone, or get some by using a pickaxe on a mithril seam inside Palboro. The refining machinery is so big, its upper and lower sections are on different floors. Put a chunk of mine gravel into it on the third floor, and it'll produce an ons of mithril sand on the second floor. I know it sounds simple, but it's not. You've got the Quadov to deal with, and they're everywhere. Here, take these pickaxes. Good luck, you're gonna need it. Okay, well... Oh, hey, Lion! Lion's already shown up, eh? Right. This is like the game's pretending that we're brand new, so this is our first time meeting Lion, quote unquote. They did a good job on her lower back. The mines of the Quadov's home. Oh, their holy land. Quadov would rather die than lose it. The humans in Bastock don't know, and they don't care to know. Well, it's time for me to go. Oh, and my name is Lion. I'm an adventurer like you. I'll be seeing you around. Wait a minute. I already know you. Huh? You were looking for me? Oh, it's just a tie-in to Rhapsodies, even though we already did that part of Rhapsodies. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to listen to that every time now too, because of Rhapsodies. How about that? Oh, he gave us 3 pickaxes. How wonderful. Do I have any other pickaxes in like one of my stacks or something? I thought I did. Yeah, I do. Okay, so we've got all the pickaxes we need. Let's see. We're at 1:50 though, so I think we need to go ahead and stop for now. And I'll do another recording at some point, and we will continue slogging up the Windurstian missions, which a lot of these missions are about to look really familiar. So, until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you again.